I am going to reply serially whatever questions have been raised by Mr. Garg. Uh, Please provide an overview of your business to your layman shareholders. Our reply is that company, besides being a stockbroker, is primarily engaged in investments. Number two is what is the business and future plans of our two dormant subsidiaries, VLS Asset Management and VLS Real Estate, the name of which has been changed to VLS Unives. We are looking for suitable business opportunities for the said subsidiaries. T. Why don't we merge VLS Securities with the parent entity? This proposal was examined in the past and was not found feasible. 4. Please provide the list of our equity investments and what is the market value of our investment as on date. Our reply is that it is clarified that the company is registered as a stockbroker and is primarily governed by SEBI stockbroker regulations besides Companies Act 2013. For the purpose of preparing annual accounts, the format given under Division 3 of Schedule 3 is applicable and the annual accounts for the year 24-25 have been prepared accordingly under the Companies Act 2013. Please refer Clause E of Part 1 of Division 3 of Schedule 3 of Companies Act 2013 for balance sheet disclosures in respect of investments and disclosures in the balance sheet have been made accordingly. The value of our investments is at fair market value except in case of investments in equity instruments of the subsidiaries and associate entities, which are measured at cost as per accounting policy. Next point is, how is our capital allocation policy between equity, debt and real estate? Earlier our portfolio was highly equity oriented, however we are now creating a balanced portfolio. Thus we have created an alternative investment desk which is focusing on investment in alternate assets. Next, how come we are getting less than rupees 15.8 crore in 2025 as dividend versus 16 crore in FY24 on equity investments? Our reply is that dividend yield on listed securities is not very high. Our yield is in tune with the market trend. Equity investments are primarily made keeping in view prospectus of capital appreciation. Our portfolio is predominantly in mid and small cap stocks where the dividend yield is between 0.77 to 1%. Next, why we have purchased an investment property worth 66 crore during 23 and land worth 39 crore during 24. Our reply is keeping in view the net worth of the company, the investment in property is not very large. This was with a view to diversify the company's asset portfolio. Next, why did F&O income decline from 305.6 crore in 24 to 36 crore in 25? How are risk metrics decided in these investments? Our reply is, with a view to de-risk our investments, we have, as a conscious decision, decided to reduce substantially the exposure in derivative markets because of the high risk involved. And it has been proved right because our market last year has gone down considerably and had we kept our positions, we would have lost heavily. What are assets on lease of 120.6 crore and why are we not depreciating these? Our reply is these assets have already been depreciated and WDV is rupees 1 lakh only. What is the rental income expected on 61.7 crore of investment property? What is the total leasable area? The rental yield in case of commercial real estate in the area is between 5 to 7%. What is the current occupancy rate and maximum rental possible at optimum occupancy? Our reply is one of the building is fully occupied and the other is substantially vacant, which inter area is being utilized for in-house purposes. Which are the other significant real estate holdings of our company and can we expect increased rental or monetization in the future? Our reply is there are no other significant real estate holdings excepting the premises of the company where the registered office is situated. Why aren't we consolidating our share of profits of VLS Capital Limited and how come the net worth attributable to us is only rupees 36 crore versus the book value of our investment? Our reply is we are consolidating the profit of our associate VLS Capital as required by the relevant accounting standards in days 28. The difference in the value of investment in standalone or consolidated financial statement is on account of elimination of profit in intercompany transactions as required under Ind AS 110. Next, in your judgment, at what rate do we see business growing in the next 3 to 5 years from top line and bottom line? Our reply is our investments are primarily equity focused and because of the vagaries of the stock markets, it would be difficult to put any number to the future top line and bottom lines. I now request Agarwalji to proceed with the meeting. Over to you.
Okay. Mr. Garg, responding to your request for buyback of shares. See, our view is that after the new regulations regarding buyback having come, there has been a substantial decline in the number of buybacks. But in any case, we have taken your suggestion, we will consider it, and at the appropriate time, take necessary action. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We can put